Welcome to the Fit Dad Nation podcast, forging strong fathers and raising a stronger generation. It's time to get up or shut up with your host, Steve Roy.
Hey guys, Steve Roy here, host of the Fit Dad Nation podcast. Welcome to the show. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a couple weeks since I launched an episode. Got some personal stuff going on, and did not end up getting to it. But I do appreciate the fact that you are listening to this particular show. Got a lot of stuff going on in the Fit Dad Nation. Obviously, holidays, New Year's, all that good stuff coming. Always all kinds of challenges. There's just so much going on right now, and so. Today, what I want to do is I want to get you prepared mentally and physically for 2022. So I'm not necessarily a big believer in New Year's resolutions. I don't think that it makes sense to hold off and have this whole big build up for a specific day, whether it's a Monday, whether it's whatever, a new year. My motto is just, get shit done. If you're struggling in some area, get after it. Do not wait. So all I want to do today, and you guys know me by now, I talk about the basics. I talk about stuff that isn't overly sexy, does not really translate well to social media, hence why my accounts have not really grown in years, is because honestly, I'm kind of posting the same message over and over, and it's just really focusing on the simplicity and the basics without too much hype and propaganda and bullshit and all the other stuff that gets eyeballs on social media. So I'm okay with that. I'm not ever going to sell out like that. Just it's not my style. So all I want to do today is have you listen to this show and get you mentally and physically prepared for 2022. And I'm going to say, and I already mentioned it, first thing to do is stop procrastinating. Stop waiting for January 1st. Don't build that up in your mind. Oh, I have to get through Thanksgiving. Now I have to get through Hanukkah. Now I have to get through Christmas. Then I have a New Year's party. Then I can, stop drinking so much and I can start eating better and blah, 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 blah. Right? Fuck that. Do not wait. Okay? Seriously. So I'm going to share this with you. Hopefully this wakes you up a little bit. I got an email from somebody, it was about a week and a half ago. I was actually on the pickleball course. I play a lot of pickleball now. I check my phone when I'm waiting for a court and when it's waiting for my turn. And I get an email from a woman who was the wife of a client of mine. So here's a guy he's been part of the Fit Dad Nation forever. He's been part of our free groups forever since we started. Paid groups, challenges, all that stuff. I knew him, well enough. We spoke on the phone a number of times. This guy was is really full of life, like a real outdoorsman, a real leader in his community, and he's a great guy. Anyway, his wife shared and said, the first thing she said was, hi, my name is so-and-so. I'm the wife of a client of yours. I found your information in his emails. He's part of one of your paid programs. I need to cancel his subscription, please, because he passed away. It was the end of August. And this guy was 41 years old. 41 years old. He wasn't obese. He wasn't a mess. He was living a good life, had young kids. It actually really took me aback when I read that because I just had spoken to him. We were on the phone not long ago, and he was getting all charged up to get back into it, and we talked about some business ideas together, and so I was really taken aback, and I just, wanted to share that because you never know. So you're waiting, okay, I'm going to wait for January 1st, but why? We never know when our last day is going to be. I read his obituary and all it said was, heart complications. I'm guessing maybe it was a heart attack, and this guy was living a great life, high quality of life, happy guy, just boom. And again, I don't know the details of his blood work, his numbers, like if he had heart issues or history and then his family, whatever, I don't know. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you're just opening yourself up to that possibility even more so. It could happen to me. It could happen to anybody any given time. But don't make it easier to die by not taking care of yourself, by continuing to procrastinate the things that are going to make your life better, the things that are going to make you live longer. It's fucking crazy. You cannot keep pushing things back, because seriously, not only one day is it going to be too late, like you're literally going to wake up and you're going to be too old to do all the things that you wanted to do, and believe me, it's coming fast. Like whether you're 45, you're 50, I'm 50 now. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be 65. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be 70. And I don't want to look back and say, shit, I really wanted to do all these things, and now I really can't because my mobility sucks. I got all these health problems. I really can't, do much. No, fuck no. You have to do that shit now. So please, if you hear anything, just start today. Please don't wait. Don't set some crazy goal in your mind that you're going to start on a certain day. Just start doing something today. Okay? It's just so important. And I can promise you that it's affecting every area of your life. Procrastinating your health, it translates to every other area, and that's not a good thing. So I'm going to give you a few of my basics here too. I just wanted to share that quick story with you, but I want to share a few basics that I really believe are the keys to my success, me staying so fit and healthy at my age. And number one is train something daily. Doesn't have to be a full workout. You don't have to think, oh my God, I have to train every day for the rest of my life. That's crazy, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I mean, would it kill you? No. As long as you keep smart about your workouts, nothing wrong with that at all. But train something every day, meaning whether it's your heart, your brain, whatever, even if it's a walk, just really strive to get better physically and mentally every single day in some capacity. Some small way. Most of us are stagnant, and I've been there many, many times. We're just going through the motions of every day is, very similar, and we're not growing as people, and we're not pushing ourselves physically, mentally, and that's not okay. We have to be better than that. So every day, do something that improves your life. Okay? I will tell you also that finding an activity that you truly enjoy is absolutely important. If you hate training in a gym, it's not going to be too long before you quit. You don't necessarily have to. There are a million other ways to get fit and healthy, and your job is to find what that is and then make it part of your life. For example, it was about 4 or 5 months ago, I found pickleball. I was introduced to it. And I thought it was an old person sport, which probably a lot of you listening to this think that's an old man sport, right? And I thought that too. It's actually not that way at all. It's a very fast-paced game, kind of a combination of tennis, badminton, ping pong, kind of all those things combined into one. Basically, you have these small graphite paddles with wiffle balls, and you're just beating the shit out of the ball back and forth. And it's a phenomenal workout. I play for 3 hours almost every day. And I tell you, it's keeping me feeling great. I mean, I'm moving a ton. I'm burning a ton of calories. And there's the social aspect. I'm meeting a lot of people and getting out there because I'm highly introverted as it is. I'm a very naturally introverted. I don't really want to be out talking to people. So this forces me to go out and have conversations and to broaden my horizons, which is, it's a good thing. It's not in my wheelhouse to do that, but it's a good thing for you. Find what it is that you enjoy, hiking, biking, fishing, whatever, I don't care. Something that's going to burn some calories, that's going to get you moving, you're going to help your heart, you're going to help your overall health. Absolutely critical. Next up is the environment that you're in right now. So if you're in an environment that's not conducive to living a healthy, happy, productive life, something has to change. I'm not suggesting that if your wife is someone that sucks the life out of you, that you go and get divorced, right? I've been that route. I don't wish that upon anybody, but something has to change. So the conversation has to happen. Something has to change, or your life will stay the same, right? If you're around a bunch of knuckleheads that love to just sit around and watch TV, watch football, drink beers, eat wings and nachos, while that's fun, and I've done it a million times, lived that way for a long time, you're not going to ever see the results you want as far as your health and fitness. Again, if that's not a priority, I'm not going to force it on you. That's your life. You can live however you want. But if it is a priority and you really understand the gravity of the situation of how short your life is, and it is important to you, that has to change. You have to change something in there. So change your environment. And probably the easiest way to do that is by joining some kind of group that is full of like-minded people, like the Inner Circle or the Fit Dad Base Camp. Something to do with us. For example, if you're a dad, like-minded guys, right? That's what you need to find. Like-minded people. Find your tribe. There's a lot of tribes out there. And again, make sure your significant other is on board with this. It's going to be extremely hard for you to make progress in the long term if your significant other, your wife, whatever, is not on board. They're not fully supportive of what you're trying to do, because you're going to be making some changes. You're going to be eating different. You're going to be training. You're going to be, going off and doing your own thing once in a while to take care of yourself. And if they're thinking that you're being selfish or, guilting you into feeling selfish, that is a problem that is not going to work. I've seen it a million times with my clients. Even I have clients now, today, that still struggle to even train with me because they feel guilty because they have small kids at home. Absolutely normal, but it's not healthy. If you can't take care of yourself first, there's no way to take care of your family the best way possible. Please understand that. I will also say that if you need help, you need to find it, right? We already know the internet is full. There's millions and millions and millions of free resources out there to get fit and healthy, but the problem is we're not doing it. We're not using it the right way. It's too overwhelming, too confusing. And plus, all this free shit, we don't value it, right? So much free stuff, whatever, I'll get to it, you never do. And my theory is this: if you could do it by yourself, you would have, right? Get some help. Doesn't have to be a certified coach. It doesn't have to be some fancy program that costs 10 grand, right? And it doesn't have to be me as your coach, but find someone that has what you want, or is in a position that you want, or knows what you want to know, and then find a way to work with them, whether it's paid for, whatever. Doesn't matter. Do that. Right now, I'm trying to have a conversation with a pickleball coach that just taught a clinic I went to. He's a pro, and I'm trying to see if we can get together because I want to learn some things from him directly. So, I've hired coaches for the last 15 years, different types of business coaches, health coaches, all kinds of stuff. And it's because I want to get better. If you want to get better, hire somebody. Lastly, I will tell you this. This is basic stuff, guys, but please just make note of the things that I'm saying, because there's only 4 or 5 things on this list, but they're all extremely important to your long-term success. And again, that's what we would care about, right? We don't really care about short-term success. We're looking for the long-term game. Lastly, if you want to get fitter, you want to lose that, fat roll, you want to lose your gut, you want to lose your man titties, you want to feel better, you want to look better naked, all that stuff that is associated with getting fit. And a lot of times it's just we want to lose fat, right? We want to be able to look down and see our junk when we're taking a piss and our stomach's not in the way, right? Because that happens to a lot of guys that are overweight, right? Everything in your life will be better when you start taking care of yourself. You start feeling better about yourself. It's just a huge snowball effect, okay? And it really all starts with what you're putting in your mouth, because that's going to dictate really your energy, your body composition, how much fat you're going to be carrying, if you're going to lose weight, if you're going to gain weight, right? And it just comes down to making good decisions. And the rule here, and I posted about this the other day, don't eat like an asshole. That's it. Like, I can't make it any more direct and clear than that. You know what is hurting you, and you know what is going to help you. Make the decision to choose the right thing. It's not hard, guys. Actually, you're right. I'm sorry. It is hard. It's simple, but it is hard to make those choices on a continued basis, because chocolate chip cookies taste delicious, right? Haagen-Dazs ice cream is delicious. Dr. Pepper tastes better than water, right? We all know these things. We've been conditioned. We've been eating them, drinking them our whole lives, myself included. Comfort foods, foods that remind us of our past. Like, all these things are woven into our brains. And so those are the things that we do. Those are our defaults. It has to change, though. You have to start just making some kind of sacrifice and saying yes to a healthier meal and no to a shitty meal. Okay? Don't have to revamp your entire diet. You don't have to go crazy with super low calorie shit or eating rabbit food. That doesn't even work anyway. But seriously, guys, just stop eating like an asshole. Next time you go to reach for, a frozen burrito or some kind of nasty breakfast sandwich you found at Royal Farms or Wawa, just realize that stuff is not helping you at all. It's hurting you. It's a bunch of empty garbage calories that are full of just crappy ingredients, tons of calories. You don't even know it. You have that soda with it. You're just having, it's just all this junk is in your system. And I promise you, once you clean it up, once you give up the stuff and start really focusing for the most part on eating high quality foods on a very consistent basis, 80% of the time, 85% of the time, 90% of the time, your body will respond. And honestly, you're going to feel so much better. I spent a very long time eating garbage. And I felt like garbage all the time. That's no lie. I was tired when I went to bed. I was tired when I woke up. I was tired in the middle of the day. I could feel it in my eyes. My eyes were heavy. I just felt blah. And it's all the junk that I just kept eating. It didn't help that I was, stressed out with a divorce and wasn't working out. Of course, that makes it worse. And I wasn't sleeping very well. Of course, all that makes it worse. But it all started with all the shit I was just feeding myself on just a constant basis. Fast food, junk food, just garbage after garbage after garbage. And I tell you guys, in all honesty, once I made that change, and I just replaced all that junk with just normal foods, right? Lean meats, eggs, fish, chicken, rice, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and cooking in oils, right? Just basic stuff, nothing fancy at all. But I got rid of all the packaged foods, all the fried foods, all the junk that I have been eating. No more sodas, no more energy drinks, which was killing me. I felt 10 times better, no lie. And honestly, it's probably some of you guys listening, and I guarantee some of you guys listening right now don't even know what that feels like. It's been so long since you've consistently eaten well that you have no idea what that feels like. So maybe you can't even resonate with what I'm saying right now. I don't even know what that is, so why am I going to do that? I don't remember how that feels. But I can tell you right now, you'll thank me if you can just give it a commitment. Start tomorrow. Again, don't wait till the 1st. Start tomorrow. Replace your sandwich and your chips and your Coke with something better. Just make a better choice, right? You don't have to eat a plain chicken breast and plain brown rice. You don't have to do that, but just make a better choice and then make another one and then another one and then another one and just keep it in mind. Stop eating like an asshole. I promise it's a life changer. And again, it's so simple. Obviously not an easy thing to do because very few people do it in the big picture, but absolutely it starts there. You're going to have more energy. You're going to want to start doing more stuff. You're going to be more active. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more sex. You're going to have better sex. You're going to start looking in the mirror and saying, damn, I look pretty good after all these years. And it's just going to spill out to every area of your life. Guys, you have to do it. But anyway, please, guys, just follow just these basic rules. Guys, again, nothing to sell you here. Not trying to pitch you on any one particular thing other than just these handful of basics. Please hear the story I told you about my friend and client here that just recently passed, 41 years old. Sad. It can happen to any of us anytime. Start taking care of yourself.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, if you want more information, check out the Fit Dad Basecamp group on Facebook. And don't forget to stop by fitdadnation.com. Until next time, keep kicking ass and taking the next step. You can do this, Dad.